had one group volunteer to work on a virtual IT risk project. And let me show you what that project looked like. They were given, I don't know if I can pull this up in Google Docs without the internet. Let me see if it's up here. No, I don't have it open already. But this might give you a little bit of an idea. They had a document with templates in it, and they had a case that they were supposed to work on. The templates were much more complex than this, and they would actually meet then in Second Life and work on their case project, filling in the templates, going through the case. They would identify the risks, they would prioritize the risks, do a quantitative and qualitative analysis on it. And they did it by collaborating in a Google document that had templates in it. And what worked really well with...
Did they have access to that document in Second Life?
Yes. They did have access to that document in Second Life, and I will show you how I gave them access. There's two different ways that I will give them access. One way is to, in the Google document, invite each one individually with their email accounts so that they have to log into Google Docs to have access to it. Another method that I use that is much faster but less secure is I will have a document in Google Docs, and I will specify on the share options that anybody with a link can edit it. I will then take that link, put it in a Word document that I password protect, that only that group knows the password, and so only they have to have that password before they can get to the editable link, and then they use that link. Now what the students have to remember to do though is to take their share media prem with them, or go back to home on the share media prem so that that link doesn't stay up there for the next person to come along and use. So they have to be responsible. And these are graduate students, so they can do that. I don't know if undergraduate students, they could probably handle it too. They just need to remember to take their media board with them, or to go back to the home screen so that the next person who comes along can't just go in and change their Google document. What was nice about this was that the group would meet on Sunday evenings. And so Sunday evening while I'm sitting back, watching TV, taking it easy, eating a snack, oh, it's 8 o'clock. My group is a meeting. I'm going to go check and see how they're doing. So I can go then and log in, and I can talk to the students, ask if they have any questions, just touch base with them. So it gives me more opportunities to communicate with my student. It gave me more opportunities to communicate with my student. If they were meeting face-to-face at the library or someplace else, I'd have to get up and physically go there. Here, just log in. Guys, do you have any questions? How's the project coming along? Of course, one time I jumped in and they had ESPN on the on the shared media prem. I see you guys are working hard tonight. Okay, so that's another type of activity that they did in Second Life, where they're actually given a project, given a Google document, templates, they work on it. The next one is to have a virtual team research project, and I have actually a video of this on my hard drive so I can show you what it looks like to have students do their very own research project and presentation. I use what's called a Press-O-Matic for a PowerPoint presenter, and they use Google Docs to create an outline of their research project topic and assign who's going to do what pieces. And some of them gave me, I let them do that on their own, but some of them did give me access to their Google Docs, and it was interesting to go through and see how they organized their research project and divided up the tasks among themselves. And then they have to upload the PowerPoints into Second Life, into a axiomatic, and every team member has to speak in the presentation. And that's what that project looked like. Next is virtual class meetings. And within the class, the format that I usually take is to have them read either chapters in their book or other articles outside of class. And then when we meet in class, we start at the amphitheater, the whole group together, I take attendance. They all get their Google Doc link from D2L. Once I have that Word document that's password protected, I then place that in D2L. And so after initial roll taking, they break out into their groups, into different areas on the island. If they want to meet on another island, that's fine. Within that document, I tell them, here, I actually think I do have one that's available where you can see, this page up. Right, so here would be an example of the questions that they would work on. And at the top, I would always remind them when we're meeting back together as a class, so watch your time. I will also include links so that they always know where we're going to meet back at, which is usually on MTSU Island. Occasionally we'll meet at another island. This is the International Schools Island. But I provide those links for them, and then this is actually a set of discussion questions that they had worked on during class. I usually give them, depending upon how many questions and how long the class is, so for a 3-hour class, and I'll give them a fair amount of discussion questions, maybe give them about 45 minutes. We meet back as a class then in the amphitheater, which in the MTSU amphitheater, we have a shared media print there. And one spokesperson from each of the groups then will take their document, if they want to place it on the media board, they can, and share with the class their answer to, let's say, one of the questions. I give each group a specific question. So one group member will come up and present one question. Class discusses it. Then they sit down, their avatars sit down, and then the next spokesperson from the other group comes up, shares answers to their question on the in front of the class on the shared media print, and open it up for discussion. So that's how the format looks like for the virtual class meetings that we have. Sometimes I do present information to them, like in a short PowerPoint. I'll upload a PowerPoint and give a short PowerPoint. Probably wouldn't make that more than maybe 15 minutes though, because their little avatars' attention span, they really, in Second Life, they want to do stuff. So maybe a short 15-minute lecture, then they break out and answer discussion questions about the lecture material.